Sorry, ladies, this one is just for him. This is literally called Just For Him 5. I don't know why it's called Just For Him. It's an interesting shape for Just For Him. But this one, the creator did test it with Roma. Thank you for choosing another team other than Man City. 96 points, topping the Italian league, doing very well. I don't see the goal tally, but Lukaku getting 44 in the league itself looks to be pretty nice. We're going to test it out as usual with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. But as you know, I love these funky shapes. I love taking a look at how other teams can fit into these shapes and these projects and things like that. Now, the description here does say another go-to, my favorite shape in this FM so far. Lots of chances to my striker. So we're going to take a look at it with our three teams and see how our strikers can do. Hopefully, goals galore. As we take a look at the Premier League, you can see point tallies. Yeah, they're not bad. 76 for Aston Villa is about average. 89 is a little bit higher than average for Liverpool, but 112 goals is fantastic. And if I can get off the screen, 85 goals for Aston Villa is not bad. Sure, we've seen better, but still pretty nice. Well, taking a look at Liverpool's domestic schedule, I mean, you can see they play Ipswich Town a heck of a lot. Unfortunately for Ipswich Town, losing out to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semifinals, which means Liverpool get to the Carabao Cup final, losing out in extra time to Arsenal. Now, they lost again in extra time, 1-0 to Manchester United in the FA Cup. That one sucks, but they at least beat Everton along the way. And come on, losing out in extra time for a third time in a row against Napoli, 1-0. I mean, FM really likes to screw you sometimes, but Liverpool winning the league by 3 points, so not by much, but you get the trophy there. Runners up in the Europa League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup, all by the same scoreline. Come on. Squad-wise, you can see goals. 33 for Salah is the highest. Alexander Golovin, interestingly enough, comes in. 20 for him. McAllister with 17. Assists, 21 for Tsimikas. He didn't start a lot, but he played a lot at least. But Joe Gomez gets a 7-3-0. It's always weird when players come in, do really well, so they get the tops. Salah's pushed down. Nunez is pushed down. But maybe Nunez had an injury. You could see he only started 9, played 27 off the bench. So maybe there was an injury. They thought someone else could come in. But, Joe Gomez up there with 12 starts, 7-3-0. Aston Villa, unfortunately, not doing so well in the domestic cups. Carabao Cup 4th round is where they drop out against Sheffield Wednesday. FA Cup 5th round, 0-2 against Everton. But they do have a pretty nice run all the way to the Conference League final, 4-0 over Besiktas. That's a thrashing. So overall, nothing too exceptional for Aston Villa. They got a trophy, which they usually do, but at sixth place, 76 points. It was kind of an average season, I would say. Squad-wise, goals, 27 for Diaby. That's pretty nice. We've seen him with higher, but definitely nice. Jacob Ramsey with 19. Assist 20 for Digne. Very well done. 17 for McGinn is also well done. Robin Olsen gets up there with 2 appearances, but Lucas Digne with a 7.26. Now, just as a reminder, this is a flat holiday sim throughout the entire thing. I'm taking control of nothing. My assistant coaches and manager are taking care of everything, which apparently included some transfers in there. I don't have transfers really turned on, but they will do transfers here and there as they see fit. This time around for Liverpool, they definitely did. And you can see data hub wise as we get into that, attacking through and through, dribbles through and through. Defensively, it looks pretty solid. Pretty normal for them, but pretty solid. 2.95 goals per game. In the Roma setup that the creator had done, they got 3.13, so we're not quite at that level. But 0.74 conceded, 0.98 XG against. It's about average for Liverpool. Aston Villa, yeah, you got the dribbles there through the roof. You got the attacking side through the roof, just the goals are down, so it's pretty much average for them defensively as well. Goals per game, 2.24 for them, 1.16 conceded, 1.19 XG against. Premier League stats, 2.34 points per game for Liverpool. Aston Villa with a flat 2. Most goals, Liverpool in first with 112. Very well done there. Aston Villa with 85, just a couple above Tottenham there. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 289. Aston Villa with 323. Most possession, Liverpool in 7th with 54%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 777. Aston Villa 1 down with 776. And then most shots for Liverpool in first was 707, finally breaking that 700 mark. Not by much, but Aston Villa with 611. But now, how did our championship side of Ipswich Town do this time around? Well, this time around, they're in second, so not too bad. They are in the 90s in terms of points. 95 points is not bad. They're only 1 above Leicester, though. At least they don't have to deal with the playoffs, but still, goal differential is nice if they got that draw, but 117 goals is fantastic. And this is where the Liverpool, Ipswich, all of that comes in. FM really likes to play them back to back to back to back. So FA Cup third round in the replay, 0-2 is where they lost against Liverpool. They got to the Carabao Cup semifinals, unfortunately losing to Liverpool there. Overall, I mean, Carabao Cup is fantastic. Getting to the semis for them is pretty nice. Third round of the FA Cup, whatever. But second place in the championship, you're only 3 points down from Norwich and tops. So not a bad season, but I wouldn't say an exceptional one. Squad wise, you could see 14 goals is the tops. Hurst with 13, assists 19 for Leif Davis, and average rating Ali Al Hamadi gets 745. Only 5 off the bench though, so Leif Davis gets a 737. Championship stats 2.07 points per game for Ipswich. Most goals in first with 117. Fewest shots against in first with 323. Most dribbles made in second with 920. And most shots for in first with 760. So let us take a look at the tactic itself. Whatever shape you want to call it, there's plenty of terms for it, but we start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, fullbacks on the left and the right in attack, ball playing defenders in the central spots, a DM in support, inverted wingers in support, mark specific positions will be that DL-DR side, attacking midfielder in support on both sides, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with his narrow, approach plays pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So how did it do for our 3 teams overall? I mean, clearly, Ipswich Town doing a fantastic job. Second place. We've seen them with over 100 points, but this time around, not as many. 117 goals, though. That is fantastic. Liverpool and Aston Villa. Well, I mean, Liverpool getting to the tops with 89 points is pretty nice. 112 goals as well is fantastic. Now, the concern here with this shape for teams like Liverpool, Darwin Nunez wasn't used very much at all. Luis Diaz wasn't used very much at all. So those are 2 very prolific goal scorers. I mean, however you want to call it Nunez, but still that are not playing much and they're not going to get a lot of goals. So you're relying on Salah and friends to do a lot of the work for you. If you took control of this, I'm sure you could rotate and do a lot better with this. Bring in transfers. I mean, you could probably sell Nunez and Diaz for a lot of money if you were relying on this tactic, and bring some other players in that do fit the squad better. But overall, I mean, they still got first place. They've got fantastic players. Aston Villa doing kind of an average job this time around, and I think it's going to be the same mark. You just need certain players to fit those certain roles that you don't have here because they're more used to maybe a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, whatever. So get rid of the dead weight, bring some new players in with a lot of money that you're going to be selling off some of these guys with, and I think you do fairly well. But that is it for me, 7FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.